2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Round one of the Daybreak Classic is about to begin. Hello everyone, Luke Elvey here alongside my booth mate Rich Beam, and out on the course is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. Well, it's been a thrilling week. Let's get to the coverage now. That's tidy. He's setting up for his second shot. Okay, that'll work. 14-footer.
This for a birdie.
And that should secure the par on this one. He finds himself in a share of 7th place on the leaderboard. The second hole at Pinehurst, number 2, is a par 4 where you can send it, Rich.
It's a big hole. You want to aim it at that waist area down the left-hand side. And from there, your second shot to a green that sits slightly above the fairway and plenty of runoff areas all around. Pretty good shot there.
John, you're down there. What's happening?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Lydia Ko as she gets set for her next shot here on the 5th. And this just might be good.
Oh, that's outstanding. Holds it from the bunker. Well, Rich, when she exploded onto the scene as a precocious young teenager, winning early, dominating the women's game, New Zealand had a bright young star in Lydia Ko, and it's only continued to shine right throughout her career. She's a lot to marvel at, isn't she?
She is, and it never ceases to amaze me, Luke, how players at such a young age have so much success, and then they taper off a little bit. Not fall away, but they taper off, and the game doesn't quite go the way it's always gone their entire life. They struggle, but then when they do come back, it's like they're even better than what they were before. And I think that's what you see in Lydia. You know, she came out and a wunderkind, was winning everything at a young age, amateur then professional. And
yeah,
then
she exploded onto the scene.
She exploded, and then there was just a little bit of a drop off, you know, and a little bit of confidence got shaken, which, like, how did that happen? She's the most confident person out there. She's beating everybody. And then all of a sudden she fails, and, you know, kind of changes things up a little bit, you know, knocks the dirt off and gets right back on that horse and starts winning again. I'm always fascinated by that, because when you lose your confidence as a golfer, it's so hard to get it back, because sometimes what happened to you is the death of you. You're just like, I can't shake, you know, whatever got into my brain or into my swing. I can't quite shake that, and I can't forget about it. And she's done so seamlessly. Hats off to her. I love watching her game. I love watching her play, but I'm more fascinated by the fact that she's come back stronger, I believe, than she was when she first came out.
Quality shot, that one.
John, talk to us. What do you got for us?
Well, I'm over on the 17th. Tony Finau is lining up his next shot.
Come on, don't be shy.
There's a lot of players out on tour that it's impossible to cheer against, but Tony Finau has to stand at the highest, doesn't he? He's a family man, he's a fun guy, he loves to dance, he's got a groove, he's got a swagger about him, and here he is once again delighting the fans.
Who says nice guys don't finish first? Has never met Tony Finau. Probably the most well-liked man on the PGA Tour. If you don't like Tony Finau, then I don't like you. Right? I mean, he's just this great character. I mean, and you see the smiles, but you know underneath, ooh, he wants to rip your heart out. He's got more passion for the game, I think, than anybody out there. And you can see it. You can see the intensity when he's hitting the shot. But as soon as it's over with, it's just all smiles once again. I can't say enough great things about this man. I love him to tears, and I'm always rooting for him. He's a guy that I want to root. I want to see him win more and more and more.
That tee shot looks pretty good. Even for the day. Didn't that look good for a long time? And this putt is to move into the top 5. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The 6th at Pinehurst number 2 is the first par 3 on the property.
Yeah, not too much to this one other than the fact that you've got a minuscule green here and you got a lot of runoff areas into both bunkers, right and left. Difficult to find the surface in one. Par is going to be a good score.
Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. And this putt to move into a tie for first place. Back-to-back birdies for this player.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And after that, he'll move to 2 under for the tournament. On the tee here at the par 4 7th, Rich, what's the best way to attack it?
Best way to attack it is to be bold off this tee. You want to be able to cut off as much of that dog leg as possible. You want to have the shortest club in your hand to attack this flagstick on another domed green.
Deep rough is just ahead. Let's see where it goes.
Let's go to our man John on the ground. There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it is.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Colin Morikawa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 3rd.
Started that way outside the line. That's a nice looking putt. Judged it well. Got a short one coming up.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Rich, it's cool to see Colin Morikawa back right near the peak of his game, isn't he? He came out in such an explosive manner, put a couple of majors in his cabinet, and then has just found that game again. He's found that groove.
Yeah, he's robotic light, but that's not the way it is. He's tenacious. You know, he's one of these players that he's out there grinding it day after day, week after week, and enjoys the grind. And it pays off, obviously, because he's a multiple winner, multiple major championship winner. He loves the grind. He loves being out here. He loves the competition, and it shows. And you know, when you're playing alongside him or going up against him trying to win, you're going to have that tenacity. Not going to be a whole lot of chatter, and that's how he likes it.
He's cool, calm, and collected, isn't he?
He is. That's exactly right. Cool, calm, and collected.
The 8th hole at Pinehurst number 2 works his way back up the hill.
Only the longest hitters are going to be able to find this green in 2, but if they want to keep it on this green, they're going to need a little bit of luck here because this green, no bunkers surrounding it, but there are very few flat spots around it. If you want to make birdie, you better have a keen short game.
Oh, well played. This is his 2nd shot. And just 1 shot off the lead. This one needs to kick left. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Honestly, guys, I stopped counting at 40 feet. This is way out. Good effort from there.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Just one off the lead after that hole. The 9th hole at Pinehurst number 2 continues to feature a green that has so much going on, whether it's crowned or domed, but there's a lot of slope.
And there's a lot of slopes running into some bad spots, isn't there, Luke? Front, you're going back into the bunker. Long, you're going into a bunker. Try and hit it out to the right-hand side into a little flat, safe zone. Take your 2 putts and go on from there.
Second shot here on the 9th. Ooh, that almost went down. Well, this would be a great par putt if you can make this. Those are the putts that sort out the great players from the good ones. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Yeah, putting for bogey here.
And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. The back 9 at Pinehurst number 2 starts with a par 5.
Straightaway par 5, Luke. Most players not able to reach in 2. Second shot, you must lay up to a really good number where you can maximize spin with your wedges in order to control the spin for your third and hopefully get it close and make a birdie.
Even for the day. Yeah, that one will play. Could it be? Oh, what a super shot. And that also puts him inside the top 5 on the leaderboard. Well, that's certainly worth another look. Let's have a walk down memory lane.
This shot was absolutely perfect. Looks just as nice on the second viewing.
And after that, he'll move to 2 under for the tournament.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Over to the 11th tee, where you've really got to be quite accurate off it in this par 4.
Your driver not really necessary off this hole. You just need to make sure you find the fairway. From there, you've got 2 bunkers on the left of the green protecting wayward shots and a third back right. This is another solid hole.
Well, doesn't take a genius to know that this is not a good place to be.
No, this is like hitting it into a head of cabbage. I mean, it literally is just awful.
I tell you what, from the rough, nice.
And he's safely on the green with that shot. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. The 12th hole, Rich, stop me if you heard this, a par 4 that ends up with a crowned or domed green.
That's exactly what Pinehurst gives you every single hole, it seems like. A decision must be made off the tee. However, take the driver and hit it past an area or lay it back. However, the second shot is a little bit kinder green, it must be said. Birdie is actually an opportunity.
And he's not hit the mark on that approach.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, but not so on this occasion.
That's a wonderfully played chip shot there. And that's all she wrote. Currently 2 under for the event. The 13th hole here at Pinehurst, number 2, Rich. Just another one of these beaut par 4s.
Another one of these par 4s where you got to find the fairway somehow, hit a fiddly little cut with a 3-wood or a driver. Again, second shot back up the hill to a green that is domed shape. You need to make sure that you leave it below the hole here if at all possible. This green gets scary fast.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
Tough to tell because the break is so slight, but it will move left.
He's going to like the look of this one. That'll be inside the circle of friendship. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Currently a couple under for the round. The 14th hole ends a strong collection of par 4s. Another accurate tee shot required.
Lay it back short of that fairway bunker with 3-wood or take it on with driver. If you take it on with driver, the second shot becomes much easier, and now a birdie opportunity really presents itself. Laying back with a 3-wood, find the center of the green, 2-putt, and get out of here.
Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, it looks like about 23 feet from here.
Yeah, that was really nicely judged from there.
Putting for a par here. That's a disappointing miss, especially from that range. In she goes. Let's head to the next. He's in a tie for 5th at the moment.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
Well, this wonderful finish to Pinehurst number 2 truly starts at 15, the par 3.
This green is so difficult. It sits above you just enough, and it doesn't look like there's anything there. You're hitting to a wall right in front of you, and all you can see is the golf ball disappearing in every direction other than right in the middle of this green. This is visually probably one of the difficult shots on this course.
Oh, that one almost went in the cup. And he needs this to save par. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
This one looks like it's going to break right to left.
Yeah, and a bit of frustration starting to set in as the par just misses the hole. Just a short putt remaining here. And unfortunately dropping back to level with the card. You've arrived at the 16th, a par 4. That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. Playing this shot from about 230 yards out. Just a couple back from our leader. Opting for the 5-wood. And he's safely on the green. And a chance here to move inside the top 10 in the standings.
Starting this putt way out to the left.
Ooh.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. Well played. The penultimate hole at Pinehurst number 2 is an absolutely delightful par 3 with some wonderful history, Rich.
People talk about Payne Stewart's winning putt on the 18th hole back in 1999, but the swing that he made on 17 that year is the one that every player should envision when they stand on this tee box. It was beautiful. It was artwork. It was poetry in motion. It's how you should swing the golf club. This is the only image in my mind when I play this beautiful par 3.
That one almost went in the hole. Oh, 13-footer coming up here.
He's got this for his par.
That one's come up short. Yeah, not much to sweat there. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The closing hole at Pinehurst number 2 works its way back up the hill to that famous clubhouse.
Blind tee shot here for these players. That's the difficulty here. Just pick a spot in the distance and give her a whirl. From there, you actually have an opportunity on a flat-ish kind of green, not nearly as severe as some of the other ones on the golf course. Right-hand side will get a strong workout because that is the most severe. But if you miss it on the left-hand side, you never know. Finish in style with a birdie? Why not?
Yeah, well played.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
More chance to sneak inside top 20 in the standings here with this putt. And he's down there. You got to read.
This putt's going to break to the right.
This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. And his round will conclude with a par today. So the opening round in the books, Rich. Impressed with your efforts here in the booth. Thanks for your time.
Same, Luke. And Luke, enjoyed the day. Looking forward to tomorrow.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.